Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. We begin tonight with some breaking news out of Harlan County. That is where several black jewel miners have blocked a train. It appears the train loaded up coal from one of the closed mines in Cumberland. Many miners have dropped by today to watch and try to figure out what is going on. Police are now at the tracks. We do have a reporter at the scene and hope to have a live report from Connor James, who talked to some of those miners earlier, coming up at 6 o'clock. The Pike County School District is working with a new program to provide a smoother transition for incoming freshmen. Groups of high school juniors and seniors gathered at Johns Creek Elementary today to run through the Link Crew program, giving them a chance to practice the things they will be doing in their respective schools with incoming freshmen later this week. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more.
Pike County students will return to school next week. But some of the county's high school students are already filling the halls.
There's something that's lacking in our schools, all right? And this is a great program that's going to go ahead and build and enhance in our community.
The new Link Crew program will kick off during freshman orientation later this week, so those involved are spending the early part of the week preparing to welcome the class of 2023.
While it is building our incoming freshmen, allowing them to have someone to walk them through the process of high school, which is scary by itself, is allowing our seniors and our juniors to go ahead and be leaders.
Those juniors and seniors from high schools across the county joined together at Johns Creek Elementary Monday.
It reiterates the whole concept of it's a win-win program. Everybody succeeds. Everybody, has somebody to lean on. And in today's world, that's what we need.
So they found students with a similar mission.
I don't want people to feel like other people are better than them. So to be a shoulder for someone to lean on is just a good thing for me.
Using a selection process.
They had to apply, they had to get selected, and needless to say, recommended to be part of this program.
Now those students are learning the games and activities they will be leading the new freshmen through as they step into their leadership roles.
I love the excitement. I love how everybody feeds off each other. And the one concept that is continuously being thrown at the kids is the fact that, listen, this is a team building program.
To build relationships in the schools and weave together a support system that is even larger.
Guess what? Keep it going! This is what it's about. Okay, yeah, you want to build a camaraderie amongst your school, but more than that, you're a part of a county. Pike County, go ahead, go big.
To create a narrative of success for the future of the region. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The upperclassmen will continue their training tomorrow and will return to their respective schools later this week to step in and lead the incoming freshmen through the program. In Estill County, Irvin police say a man admitted to stealing from a home to support his drug habit. They say Brian Woolery stole $20,000 worth of items from a home on Geneva Avenue. Those items included jewelry, coins, and knives. He said he did it because of his drug addiction. Woolery told police he wanted to right his wrongs, saying he's been sober for 7 months now. He's charged with theft.
It's definitely been a little bit on the warmer side today, but it's been an absolutely gorgeous day, and those dry conditions, well, they won't last too long. Go ahead and take you to a few of those cameras. Interstate 64 in Moorhead, where we're seeing just a mixture of clouds throughout the day. Overall, those drier conditions, and even as we look into the Mountain Parkway over into parts of Powell County, you'll notice a few clouds over there, but overall, they're still seeing that sunshine, and once again, those drier conditions. Satellite and radar, we've seen a few pop-ups here and there, but of course, not a total washout, just a few of those summertime pop-up showers and maybe a few of those thunderstorms. But as we look at those temperatures right now, we're in anywhere from those mid to upper 80s, so starting to cool off a little bit. You'll notice those 90s though as you look over into parts of Lexington, Richmond, Danville, 89 over into parts of Louisville. But feeling like the upper 80s to lower 90s for some. Like I said, it's a little bit muggy out there, so feeling a little bit on the hot and the humid side, but that'll change pretty quickly as that cold front approaches us tomorrow. But overall, as we head throughout the rest of the evening, we'll see those partly cloudy skies, dry conditions for the most part, but it's really as we head into tomorrow where those rain chances are going to increase once again because of that cold front. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes. Steve.
All right, Paige, thank you. Police are looking for a motive as to why a gunman went on a deadly rampage at a food festival in Northern California Sunday, leaving 3 dead, 12 others shot, and dozens more hurt as they ran away. Today, they identified the shooter as 19-year-old Santino William Ligon. Investigators say Ligon, armed with an AK-47 assault-type rifle, evaded security by cutting through a back fence and then opening fire. President Trump condemned the shooter as a wicked murderer, saying the nation would grieve for the victims' families. Back here at home today, children from Perry County experience firsthand the jobs our first responders do each day at emergency camp. This two-day event is hosted by the Challenger Center, where kids checked blood pressure, learned about safety gear, and how to put out a fire. They then took a field trip to the Hazard ARH to see the command center.
My favorite part about the command center is that they save lives and they can call help in new other hospitals.
And at the command center, they were able to see how first responders receive calls for help and then bring them to the hospital for treatment. Tomorrow's camp will include the Hazard Police Department and learning about how ambulance workers respond to 911 calls. Lexington police say a shooting last night started as an argument over scratched antique furniture. Stephen Meade is charged with assault. Police say he shot his wife last night in their home on Bahama Road. According to his arrest citation, Meade says he waved his gun and fired shots, but says he did not mean to shoot his wife. She called police around 9:30 last night after being shot in the leg. More than an hour and a half later, Meade was taken into custody. Today, a judge entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. Meade is expected back in court on August 6th. Each year, about 24 million Americans fall victim to phone scams. An elaborate new con has people believing their bank is preventing a problem when in reality, it's a criminal looking to steal money. Here's how the scam works. You will get a text about a potentially fraudulent activity on your bank card. Then seconds later, your phone rings and a person calls saying they are with your bank. The person will usually have your address and the last 4 digits of your card. Even the caller ID will match your bank's number. A cybersecurity expert shows how scammers pose as your bank.
It should make the phone call to your phone there.
And there it is.
And there it is.
And there's the number.
Exactly. So it appears right now, you think that, ooh, that's my bank. And it just spoofs you.
Experts say the best thing you can do is question everything. Know your bank and how it handles fraud alerts. Dozens of Kentucky-based soldiers will return home today after 9 months in Afghanistan. A welcome home ceremony is planned at Fort Knox. Around 150 soldiers are coming back. Fort Knox says the soldiers conducted route clearance operations throughout southern Afghanistan during the deployment. The unit cleared nearly 7,000 miles of road, taking out more than 400 IEDs. A group of West Virginia lawmakers want control of a recent $37 million opioid settlement with the drug distributor McKesson. Members of the House of Delegates asked the Attorney General to let the legislature divvy up the money so it can be used for opioid treatment programs rather than on administrative costs. West Virginia settled its lawsuit with McKesson in May. The state had accused the company of shipping millions of suspicious painkiller orders to the state as it was being ravaged by the opioid epidemic. McKesson has denied any wrongdoing. In the week leading up to Fancy Farm, Kentucky's Democratic nominee for governor has picked up another endorsement. State Senator Dan Syme, a Republican, is throwing his support behind Attorney General Andy Beshear. Syme says when it comes to dealing with the pension problem, Governor Matt Bevin has, quote, failed miserably. Bevin and Beshear will both take the stage at Fancy Farm in Graves County this weekend. We will have a reporter there. The political picnic at St. Jerome's Catholic Church marks the traditional start of the fall campaign season. A program for Judy's Place for Kids called CASA is looking for volunteers. CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocate. This branch serves Pike, Floyd, and Magoffin counties. Typically, a CASA volunteer will spend around 18 months on a child's case. Program Director Shauna Kelly Blair says right now they have 18 volunteers, but the court system sees hundreds of cases each year.
And so we definitely need more that can provide a voice for a child, be an advocate for them, and the volunteers stay on the case until the family court case is closed in family court.
To qualify to be a volunteer, you must meet a short list of qualifications, plus volunteers will also be required to take a 30-hour training class spread out during a few weeks. The next training session will be in mid-September. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, as the temperatures heat back up, a case out of New York is raising concerns about children left in cars. Hear why a father now faces manslaughter charges.
And we are going to see those rain chances increase, but after that, we'll get a nice little break from those rain chances once again. I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.